What's up, everybody? Welcome to 2025 Bowman Baseball Mega Box. Full case, pick your team, break number 2. Glad to have you here on this Thursday night at Roper's Rips. Looking forward to a good one. There are 20 mega boxes per case in these. Let me just adjust that camera right there a little bit so I'll be more centered. There we go. 20 mega boxes per case. Before we get started tonight, I've tagged everybody in the chat. Let's go over our team owner list. Say what's up. Arizona Diamondbacks is going to be Matt Dixon in this one. Those Atlanta Braves is Bernard Newton Jr. Mr. Boom, shaka-laka-laka-laka-laka boom himself. Jorge Ortiz Hill. Good to see you, Jorge. He's got the Baltimore Orioles tonight. Boston Red Sox is going to be Rick Sylvia. That's his squad. Benjamin Moffitt in the house with the Cubbies. Chicago Cubs going to Benjamin. Benjamin Moffitt Cubs. White Sox, other side of town, the Windy City is going to be Dalton Thompson. The Big Red Machine with Ellie De La Cruz going to Bernard Newton Jr. in this one. Cleveland Guardians is John Rehan tonight. Tapping them, Colorado Rockies is going to be Rick Sylvia. The Detroit Tigers is John Rehan. Houston Astros, Billy Staub. Kansas City Royals, it's his squad. Todd Kramer's got him tonight. The Halos, Los Angeles Angels going to Ryan Burge in this one. Other side of town, the Dodgers. My guy Ryan Dills is in the building working with the LA Dodgers tonight. Taking it down to South Beach with the Miami Marlins is going to be Bernard Newton Jr. The Brew Crew, Milwaukee Brewers going to Matt Dixon in this one. Those 2020 Twins, Minnesota Twins is John Rehan as well. New York Mets is going to be Donald Coons Jr. in this one. Good to see you, Donald. Taking the other bite out of the Big Apple, those Bronx Bombers, the New York Yankees is going to be Joe Hensel tonight. The Oakland Athletics is Chris Wilkerson. The Philadelphia Phillies, also going to Chris Wilkerson. That's his team. The Buccos, the Pittsburgh Pirates is going to be John Rehan. The Friars, San Diego Padres going to Josh Bates tonight. San Francisco Giants is going to be Brian Pence in this one. Seattle Mariners is Bernard Newton Jr. The Redbirds, St. Louis Cardinals is Peter Muldowney in this break. Tampa Bay Rays is going to be Bernard Newton Jr. The Texas Rangers is Dalton Thompson. They've been good to him in this Bowman release. Let's see if we can keep it rolling, Dalton. Toronto Blue Jays is Dalton Thompson as well. And those Washington Nationals with star rookies James Wood and Dylan Cruz. Going to go out to Wayne Brimley, the coach, in this one. Before we get started, I want to let y'all know about a couple upcoming breaks. We've got tonight on eBay. Auctions start at 9 o'clock p.m. Eastern. We'll probably still be breaking while they're going off, but we're going to have a hobby box break auction. All 32 teams available of 2024 totally certified football. Teams start at just $4.99 in this one. All 32 squads. I can't guarantee you they'll in there, but chance to go find some teams for the low. Go get over to eBay before it's too late. And get your bids down, get your watch list ready for that one. And then tomorrow, just got this stuff in today. How about a little first off the line action of the new 2024 Panini Contenders football? 5 autographs per box on average out of these boxes. 10 inserts or parallels in these. Look for hobby exclusive, what does that say? Gala tickets, number 2/8. Woo! Also, this is going to have an autograph and a parallel, both numbered to 49 or less, that are first off the line exclusive. So 2 good football breaks for you to get in on tonight and tomorrow. And, of course, next week for all you baseball fans, Top Series 2 baseball coming out on Wednesday. We'll have some pick your team breaks starting on Tuesday, so we get ready for release day. And we got auctions on eBay Wednesday and Thursday and Sunday night as well. Without any further ado, I just need y'all to kick back, relax, and enjoy the break. You're now rocking with old Jim Hands. Let's get it home. Mills Lane style, baby. Come on now. There's going to be 20 boxes here in this full sealed case. We're going to rip them all tonight. These mega boxes, of course, they'll have 4 packs. Check it out. Well, I don't want to hit the camera. They're going to have 4 packs of 10 cards of the regular Bowman, and then they'll have 2 Mega Box exclusive packs where you'll find the Mojo Refractor exclusives. And those Mojo Refractor exclusives are really nice. You can find a lot of numbered parallels, chances for autographs, all that good stuff out of those. I'm going to do it a little different tonight than I did the first night. Maybe speed it up for you guys and girls a little bit. I'm going to open like 4 boxes at a time maybe. and go through them like that instead of one at a time. Pull this back. These tabs, empty box. I can't get it in front of the camera, it's too big. All right. Get all these bad boys up here. Let's go. It's going to be a fun one. Y'all ready for this? Shake and break, baby. Case debris. All right. So let's open up 4 at a time. Hope everybody's doing good tonight. Breaking a little earlier than we have been lately. I try to start scheduling our breaks either earlier in the day, but 9 times out of 10, if not more, a little bit later in the day. That'll be our 2. So these will be our 2 exclusive packs each time. Because I got a 7-month-old son. He goes to bed, between 7 and 8. So I got that time with him and my wife, And then if I break a little later, that kind of breaks it up a little bit, so I can still spend that quality family time. Family comes first, always. But still, keep up with all the releases that we're doing. We just, all the time, we're breaking more and more. My vision for the future includes, having a shipping staff and doing even more breaks, not only in our group, but also on eBay. And if you've been here with us, for several years, like some of you have, you've seen the growth from year to year, month to month, sometimes even week to week. And, I'm going to keep that rolling. So we went from, we've gone from under 10 members in the group to over, I think we're pushing 2,300 now. And the unique thing about our group is that probably 95% of the group is paying customers that have bought something from us. So it's not just a group filled with just whoever coming in for no reason, 95% of you guys and girls are actually customers who bought something from us. You may not get in every break, everybody, but some of you love the hobby and this is your thing, and some of you have got, even it's a business for you like it is for me, just about. And I put some of the Mojo packs over here, didn't I? I was wondering. Okay. We've gone from under 10 members. The first time we started, we were breaking retail. That's about all you could get for a reasonable price during the pandemic. Doing blaster box auctions and things like that on eBay to over, 2,200 members now. And like I said, 95% of the group will do these. We'll just open up all these as people that have bought stuff with us here. You got to make sure if you're in any of these mega box full case breaks that the people go through the regular packs as well, because they do contain some hits. You can get, we didn't pull any the other night, but you can get those retro logo cards. We pulled a bunch of. We defied the odds in our jumbo breaks. We were pulling one a box. I think it was like 6 or 7 of the 8 boxes out of the case came from had a retro logo card in it. It was wild, which is completely against the odds, but something about that case. They were coming out. There's James Wood. So, but you can get those. I've seen those. We didn't pull any in the last break, but it's possible. Also, what we will find more than likely, I'll never make any guarantees, but more than likely we'll find some of those red logo Rookie of the Year cards, where if the guy wins Rookie of the Year, it's like $100 in Fanatics cash. If the buyback, if he wins After that, you can take a chance, and if he wins Cy Young or rookie Cy Young or MVP, it's $300. 2 Cy Youngs MVP, $500, I think. It's been a minute since I've went over these numbers, but I think that's right. And if he wins 3 of them, $700. And if they make it to the Hall of Fame within 10 years after their career ends, it's like $1,000 in Fanatics cash or something. That's quite the gamble to go for the Hall of Fame, isn't it? Kobe Mayo, that's for guys who just forgot to have them and they're just sitting around. So I won't go this extensively through every single base card. We'll kind of flip through these, just looking for the larger hits. Everything will ship, though. We'll ship all your base cards. There's a good look at the stock. Cade Horton and Jose Perdomo. I'll try to keep it moving for you. The last one took us a pretty good while. It was like an hour and a half or longer, I think, so we'll try to cut down on that. Yoshinobu Yamamoto popping out. Aiden Smith for the Rays and Travis Bazzana for the Guardians. Jacob Wilson, there's a guy who can maybe be a favorite for Rookie of the Year if you find one of his red logo cards. J.J. Weatherholt is in the building. J.J. Dynamite. Peyton Elis and David Ortiz Jr. Big Poppy's son. Charles McAdoo and Kadeem Diao. Shohei Ohtani and Mookie Betts, they run together. Franyoba Montilla with the first there, and Aiden Miller. Tomoyuki Sugano and Ben Rice both coming through right there. James Tibbs III and Malcolm Moore. James Wood, rookie right there. Of course, with all of our big rookies and things like that, we'll get them sleeved up for you. Santiago Suarez and Yoferi Rodriguez on the chromes right there. Seaver King for the Nationals. Cody Freeman for the Texas Rangers. Kobe Mayo, rookie. It's going to be interesting to see what the Orioles do with their lineup when Jordan Westberg's back in action. He's DHing tonight in AAA. Maybe coming back up before you know it. Jonah Tong and Chase Mobley. Cobb Hightower. Hey, here we go. First one. Jesus Mate. Matt Dixon building quite the collection. Chase Burns. The Reds there. Chase Burns was a high pick, too. He was the number 2 pick overall. Charlie Condon was number 3 for the Rockies. But Chase Burns was in Bowman draft last year. Jared Sundstrom first, and Samuel Basallo. He's leading all the Orioles minor league teams in home runs right now. Basallo is. He's got like 11 or 12, something like that. Braylon Payne, maybe more, man. I'm undershooting right there. Braylon Payne and Caleb Lomavita. I saw that stat today. Dylan Cruz, rookie. For the Nationals, there's a Roque Sasaki. Sammy Stafora for the Cincinnati Reds and Jose Pereira for the Guardians there. Again, all these cards will ship. We ship everything. We got a lot of collectors in here and set builders. Yoneka Ugarte and Sebastian Walcott on the chromes there. We've got Yeremy Cabrera for the Texas Rangers and Hagen Smith for the White Sox. Luis Pena, Milwaukee Brewers, and Yu-Min Lin for the Arizona Diamondbacks. Move these off the board, and we'll get into our Mojo Refractor Packs. This is where the money comes. Money packs. J.J. Weatherholt down there. Jesus mighty. All right. Mojo time. Here's a good one. Hyesung Kim for the L.A. Dodgers. Dodgers tonight. Ryan Dills taking the Kim. Mojo Refractor, nice one, Ryan. Yeremy Cabrera first for the Rangers and Dalton Thompson. Here's a Drew Thorpe rookie card for Dalton Thompson as well with the White Sox. Rookie of the Year favorites, that's going to be Trey Sweeney. Detroit Tigers, John Rehan with the Trey Sweeney Mojo. And Ronald Acuna Jr., Bernard Newton Jr., a little junior to junior hookup. Excuse me. Junior on junior action. Hey, here we go. There's a nice one. Dylan Cruz, Washington Nationals, Wayne Bremley, get you some. Coming out with Dylan Cruz, Corey Seager for the Texas Rangers. And we're going to go ahead and put some ink up on the board. How about an Eduardo Tate? Eduardo Tate, Philadelphia Phillies. That's Chris Wilkerson tonight. The on-card ink for Eduardo Tate on the Mojo Refractor. Let's get it, Chris. Double check, make sure we don't have anybody trying to get in the group here. Anything like that, we're good. Eduardo Tate. Nice. All right, next up, another nice one right here. J. Weatherholt. Little piece of debris sticking there on the back. On the VIP for the St. Louis Cardinals, that's going to be Peter, right? Yeah, Peter Muldowney. Oh, you say it Tate? Yeah, Tate is too close to taint, isn't it? So, Eduardo, they're probably like, Eduardo Tate. Eduardo Tate? Okay. I'm learning a little something new every day out here. Let's go. Appreciate the assist there, Chris Wilkerson. All right, last but not least, Jackson Churio for those Milwaukee Brewers. Matt Dixon with the hit. Yeah, I'll be happy with a little ink out of these too, my man. Nice one, Chris Wilkerson. Good way to start out your break, my friend. All right, Victor Rodriguez for the Dodgers and Ryan Dills. First Bowman, Mojo Refractor. Very nice. Winston Santos, Texas Rangers, Dalton Thompson. How about another hot song Cam, Ryan Dills. Hot with the Kims. Yes, sir, Chris. You know it. Carson, so high song Kim for the Dodgers and Ryan. Carson Binge, New York Mets, Donald Coons Jr. Let's go, Donald. And an Ellie De La Cruz, Cincinnati Reds, Bernard Newton Jr. I mean, some of these prospects and stuff you've never heard of or you heard of for the first time. You don't make it into Bowman unless you're a solid prospect. But, you know, it's the first time seeing a lot of them, you know. Haven't heard their name on television or anything like that. A lot of them, sometimes I'll go look them up. I'll go to Google and be like, Eduardo Tate pronunciation, if they're really tough. Yeremy Cabrera for the Texas Rangers and Dalton. There's another Drew Thorpe rookie for Dalton as well. Hey, Dylan Cruz, number 2. Wayne getting hot over here. Dylan Cruz, Mojo Refractor rookie. And here's a Kobe Mayo, Rookie of the Year favorites for the Baltimore Orioles. And Jorge Ortiz Hill, Kumar Rocker, rookie card for the Texas Rangers on the back there. We're cooking. All right, next up. A couple Dylan Cruz, J.J. Weatherholt, Tate rookie. Tate autograph. All right, Mitch Jebb for the Pittsburgh Pirates. It's going to be John Rehan with the first Bowman Mojo Refractors. Another one, Arun Escobar. That's a good one right there. He's a good player. Evidently, Chris Wilkerson. I hear good things about him with the Phillies. Cobb Hightower. Josh Bates taking the first Mojo Refractor right there on the Cobb Hightower. How about a Luis Angel Acuna? New York Mets, Donald Coons Jr. And a Yoshinobu Yamamoto for the L.A. Dodgers. Ryan Dills with the Yamamoto. All right. We have Caden Dana here for the L.A. Angels. Ryan Burge. Here he is. Jesus Mate. Money. Let's go. Jesus Mate. Brewers, Matt Dixon's going to have a pile of them. He had them in the last break, too. Shung Che Chang. Pittsburgh Pirates, John Rehan. Let's go, John. Ariel Amador, Colorado Rockies, Rick Sylvia with the Amador Rookie of the Year favorites. And a Fernando Tatis Jr. for the San Diego Padres there. Nice Mate. This is the man. Here's the number 1 guy right now in this prospect class. He's having evidently he looks really good too. He's the real deal. All right, so we got some blue. Let's move this one up to the front. Sammy Stafura, Cincinnati Reds, Bernard Newton Jr. How about a Jackson Merrill for the Padres? That's Josh Bates. Oh, Shohei Ohtani, Dodgers, Ryan Dills, Shohei Ohtani, Mojo Refractor. And then we got Kyle Tucker for the Cubs and Benjamin Moffitt, He's back healthy. He had jammed his finger and he missed a couple games. He pinch hit last night and he's back in the lineup today. He had a double I saw before I got on. All right, outfielder for the Braves. Hey, how about a Ronald Acuna Jr.? Woo! Let's go, Bernard. Ronnie. Very nice. 60 of 175 for Bernard. Let's get it, brother. All right, one more here. See Roki out there. Watch out. Jan Kinsey Noel for the Cleveland Guardians and John Rehan. Jace Young for the Detroit Tigers and John Rehan. Bryce Harper, Philadelphia Phillies. That's going to Chris Wilkerson. Rookie of the Year favorites, Luis Angel Acuna on the die cut for Donald Coons Jr. And then we already know this one in the back is Roki Sasaki, LA Dodgers. Ryan Dills taking the hit. Roki Sasaki on the board. All right, good start, good start. All right, let's open up some more boxes. Empty style. It's warm down here in Tennessee today, I'll tell you that much. Might work up a little sweat. I got the air conditioning blazing. Still hot. Probably the hottest it's been today. Yesterday and today, kind of gradually heating up. We're about to be in summertime right here, aren't we? I kind of like the way we're opening these tonight a little better. Empty box. Excuse me, last one, and then we'll dig into some packs. Yes, sir. That's a Ronald. That's not just a Brave set. That's a Ronald Acuna Jr. blue to 175 Mojo Refractor. Let's get it, Bernard. That's not just any Brave. What's good, Bernard? How are things tonight? Pack felt a little fat, but it could have just been air. Dig in. Shea Whitcomb on top. There's a Paul Skeens. Kind of goofy looking picture they got of him. Jack Haggs. Jack Caglione for the Royals. Todd Kramer, of course, the big news right now. Jack Haggs, probably the hottest name, one of the hottest names in baseball, along with my guy Cal Raleigh, Josue Braceno, and Asbel Gonzalez. I set a couple records on first Bowman base, PSA 10 sales, and then some other guy came behind me. Edglin Perez for the Yankees and sold one a little bit higher. Jacob Bresnahan, but I have number 2 and 3 highest sales ever right now on Cal's first Bowman base auto, PSA 10. It's all about timing, folks. Nibel Mariano for the Cincinnati Reds and Bryce Rayner for the Detroit Tigers. A little Jacob Wilson action for the Oakland A's. PJ Morlando, nice prospect right here for the Miami Marlins, and a Sammy Hernandez for the Cardinals. We've got Ismael Javier for the Padres, and behind him, that's a Yen Hui Pan, Philadelphia Phillies. Yuri Perez, Roki Sasaki, and here he is, Kobe Mayo on the red logo rookie. Told you those will be in there. Aaron Estrada. It's different from the past. You wouldn't ever find anything like that in the regular packs. Marcos Torres and Cameron Sullivan. Torres for the Rangers, Sullivan for the Guardians. Kevin Alcantara. Kyle DeBarge from the Minnesota Twins. Carlos Tavares from the Washington Nationals. There's a big Christmas, Sean Kinsey Noel paper base on top. That was one in the back. Thomas White, perhaps the best first Bowman pitcher out there for the Miami Marlins. Alex Mooney for the Cleveland Guardians. There's Dylan Cruz, rookie, for the Nationals. Here we go, another red logo. Let's get it. Ariel Amador. Colorado Rockies, Rick Sylvia taking that one. Nice, Rick. Andrew Morris, Andujar, and Matthews. How about the password, Yostinson Garcia for the Boston Red Sox and Franklin Arias for the Boston Red Sox. I think it was Matt Dixon sent me a photo where he was part of a question on Jeopardy. The password was Corey Lewis for the Twins and Lucas Ramirez for the Angels. J-Rod, Corey Lewis. Charlie Condon coming through. Colorado Rockies. It's going to be Rick Sylvia. Paper we'll setting aside on the big-time guys like that. Javier Mogallen for the first Bowman Chrome there for the White Sox. And Walker Jenkins for the Minnesota Twins. Aaron Judge, Merrill, Mayo. Pretty good names right there. Kevin McGonigal, there's a nice one for the Detroit Tigers. Yancel Luis. McGonigal's a guy who's really, stock has really risen since the draft. Robert Calez for the Rockies and Christian Moore for the LA Angels. Bobby Witt Jr. sitting there. I'm doing good, Bernard. Thanks for asking, brother. Sorry if I'm seeing your comment a little late there. Focused over here. Richard Maddock for the Yankees and George Klassen for the Angels. Bishop Letson for the Milwaukee Brewers. Christian Campbell for the Boston Red Sox. Mookie Betts and Ohtani both showing up. Another J. Weatherholt for the Cardinals and Peter Muldowney. Kevin Castillo, Esteban Mejia, Yordan Alvarez, and Jose Ramirez. If you don't know, now you know. I'm about to tell you. About to let you know. Coming up here in about 10 minutes on eBay, we've got the first teams going off, the Cardinals, for a totally certified hobby box, premium hobby box break auction. All 32 teams available, starting at $4.99 per team. That starts at 9 p.m. Eastern with the Cardinals. Teams go off alphabetically in 2-minute intervals from there. And tomorrow at 12 o'clock p.m. Eastern in the group, we've got this first off-the-line Panini Contenders football. 2 hobby box pick your team break. Check that out. Check it out, man. Got a price preview pinned up in the featured section now. That drops at 12 p.m. Eastern tomorrow. There's 5 autographs per box. Each box plus first off the line exclusives. There's a autograph and a parallel, both numbered to 49 or less coming out of those. All right, Kyle Tucker on top for the Cubs. And Benjamin Moffitt. Big Christmas, John Kinsey Noel, Cleveland Guardians, John Rehan. Jace Young for the Detroit Tigers. That is John Rehan as well. John's hitting a lot of these mojos. And another Jace Young. Let's go, John. John Rehan with the Rookie of the Year favorites. And here he is, Jackson Holliday, Baltimore Orioles. Jorge Ortiz Hill with the Phenom, the Orioles Phenom. We got some green action coming right here. Let's go, Bryce Harper. Phillies. So Aaron Judge. Very nice, Aaron Judge. Bryce Harper. Some stars coming out. Mitch Jebb. First for the Pirates. So the Yankees was Joe Hensel. The Phillies, Chris Wilkerson. The Pirates is John Rehan once again. Arun Escobar for the Phillies and Chris Wilkerson. What do we got on the green here? Let's go. Be good to us. Oh, it's a Dodger. How about a Freddie? Freddie Freeman. 21 of 99 on the Freddie Freeman. It's going to go to Ryan Dills on the green. Let's get it, Ryan. Kyle DeBarge on top right here. Minnesota Twins. George Klassen for the Angels. Twins is John Rehan. Angels, Ryan Burge. How about a Luis Pena? Another good one. First right there for the Brewers and Matt Dixon. Rookie of the Year favorites. That's Kumar Rocker. Texas Rangers. Dalton Thompson taking that hit. And a Vladdy, who likes to party. Blue Jays do. Dalton Thompson does. Vladimir Guerrero Jr. Mojo Refractor going to Dalton Thompson. See some more blue. I spy blue. Ooh, that's a funky looking one, isn't it? That's not your run-of-the-mill blue right there. Slade Caldwell for the Diamondbacks and Matt Dixon. Yoneka Ugarte for the Royals and Todd Kramer. Kareem Diao for the Twins and John Rehan. Christian Moore for the Angels and Ryan Burge. And how about it? He just got called up here recently. Matt Shaw on the VIP for Benjamin Moffitt. 45 of 150 team color match. Nice one, Benjamin. Very nice, brother. We'll take that all day. Put him up here next to the Tait, I'm sorry. Cobb Hightower for the Padres. Josh Bates, Luis Angel Acuna for the Mets, and Donald Coons Jr. Caden Dana for the Angels, and Ryan Burge. Hey, Matt Shaw, you're going to go ahead and get the base version too, Benjamin Moffitt. On the VIP for Matt Shaw. And Yoferi Rodriguez for the Brewers, and Matt Dixon. Jesus Mate, is that number 3 of the break? Maybe the second mojo and one chrome. Brewers, Matt Dixon. He's hot. Sung Tae Chang for the Pirates and John Rehan. Victor Rodriguez for the Dodgers and Ryan Dills. Jace Young for the Tigers and John Rehan. Rookie of the Year favorites. And here's the password. Yo Stinkson Garcia. Going to Rick Sylvia. Nice one, Rick. Kyle DeBarge. Minnesota Twins. John Rehan, George Klassen for the Angels, and Ryan Burge. How about a Luis Pena? Milwaukee Brewers, Matt Dixon. Yoneka Ugarte, Kansas City Royals, and Todd Kramer. And an Edglin Perez for the New York Yankees, and Joe Hensel. All right, last pack here of this run. Kareem Diao for the Twins, and John Rehan. Christian Moore for the Angels and Ryan Burge. How about a J. Weatherholt, St. Louis Cardinals? It's going to Peter Muldowney. Here's Trey Sweeney for the Detroit Tigers and John Rehan. And last but not least, Cam Smith. Houston Astros, Billy Stopp. Got his team tonight. Let's go, Billy. All right, get a couple of these top loaded up and we'll keep it moving. So far, so good tonight. Getting some names, getting some hits. All of our parallels have been good stuff. Box. Box. Got to take these mojos off top, didn't I? Empty. Empty box. Let's open these bad boys up. Hope everybody's doing good tonight on this. I struggle coming up with something for Thursday. Thirsty Thursday. I'm feeling a little thirsty. Yo, what's up, Andrew? Got yourself a match all up there. Team color match on the VIP, my friend. Had a base version of it in the same box there, too. So I take it your Cubs and Bears all the way. Hey, we're 3 minutes away from our auctions over on eBay. 2024 totally certified football. Team starting at just $5. $4.99 to be exact. Starting there, anyway. All right. Let's roll. Jesus Mate. Nick Kurtz. Jesus Lopez for the Rangers and Nick Kurtz for the Oakland A's. Conrad Kaysen for the Boston Red Sox. And how about Jay Weatherholt for the St. Louis Cardinals and Peter Muldowney. That Mate is going to Matt Dixon, by the way. Walker Janik for the Astros and Yancil Villarreal for the Astros as well. Both going to Billy Stopp there. Jesus Lopez for the Rangers and Nick Kurtz once again for those Oakland A's. Shota Imanaga. Donald Coons Jr., what's going on, man? Big Mets hits. I don't think we had any numbered or autographs, anything like that, but we did have some Mets for sure. I feel like there was a lot of Luis Angel Acuna in the Mojo Refractors, man. Carson Benj, I think, was in there. But there was a lot. I feel like we pulled Luis Angel Acuna a lot going through there. Ichiro Cano Hernandez for the Reds and Mitch Jeb. Ichiro Cano Hernandez, got to be the coolest name in the product. Good to see you, though, Donald. Hope things are good on your end. Walker Janik and Yancil Villarreal again. Billy racking up on those two. Shohei Ohtani and Mookie Betts. Drew Jones for the D-backs. Matt Dixon checking in. And Cam Caminiti for the Braves there. Charlie Condon. Very nice. Jesus Lopez, Ichiro Cano Hernandez. Mitch Jebb for the Pittsburgh Pirates on the first. The Cano Hernandez is for the Cincinnati Reds, by the way. Roki Sasaki. Got Andrew Morris here for the Twins and Ashley Andujar for the Colorado Rockies. Ingrid Urena for the New York Mets. Dylan Veen for the Oakland A's. Charlie Condon. Chrome version right there. Colorado Rockies. It's going to be Rick Sylvia tonight. Romeo Sanabria for the San Diego Padres. Kevin McGonigal making an appearance for the Tigers, and John Rehan. D'Angelo Ortiz, Big Papi's son. He's got two sons in this stuff, him and David Ortiz Jr. Paulino Santana for the Texas Rangers, and Connor Griffin for the Pittsburgh Pirates. Yu-Min Lin. Matt Wilkinson for the Cleveland Guardians. Steven Echevarria for the Oakland A's. David Ortiz Jr. there. Carson Bench for the New York Mets. Eduardo Quintero for the... That felt weird on... It's okay. Eduardo Quintero for the LA Dodgers there. Last base stack here. Okay, we got some red coming. How about Minnesota Twins? Brooks Lee, get you some. Twins, John Rehan. Brooks Lee, Rookie of the Year favorites. I don't know if he still has eligibility or not, though. It's a good question. Dal Joseph for the Mariners. And Yanni Lavelle for the San Francisco Giants. There's a James Wood rookie. Mike Trout and Jackson Holiday were in there. Yoferi Rodriguez. Elvin Garcia for the Baltimore Orioles. That was Yoferi Garcia. Yoferi Rodriguez was the name I was saying for the Brewers there on the paper. So Elvin Garcia for the Orioles and D'Angelo Ortiz on the first for the Boston Red Sox there. Brooks Lee into a top loader here. I'm going to grab a swig of my Gatorade real fast. All right, money packs. Mojo time. Who's got that mojo? We do. Eduardo Quintero for the Dodgers and Ryan Dills. Naibel Mariano for the Reds and Bernard Newton Jr. Yanni Lavelle for the Giants and Brian Pence tonight. Caden Dana, Rookie of the Year favorites for those Angels. Ryan Burge has them. And Walker Jenkins for the Minnesota Twins and John Rehan. Smith Pineda, Reds, Bernard Newton Jr. Here he is, Cags, it's worth a few bucks. Royals, Todd Kramer, Jack Caglione, the hottest names in the game right now. Braden Montgomery for the Chicago White Sox and Dalton Thompson. How about Connor Griffin on the VIP for the Pirates, John Rehan, and Nick Kurtz for the Oakland A's. Nick Kurtz. Pack. Brooks Lee. Rookie card right there on the mojo for the Twins and John Rehan. Eduardo Quintero. I feel like we pulled him a lot for Ryan Dills. Naibel Mariano for the Cincinnati Reds. Bernard Newton Jr. Roki Sasaki. L.A. Dodgers Rookie of the Year favorites going to Ryan Dills and a Hurston Waldrop for the Braves right there. And Bernard Newton Jr. He wants a Pete Crow Armstrong, huh? Oops. Should be good. Cags. Yeah, you got the team color match on the Shaw. That's always a it's always a bonus. I don't know if you were in here when we pulled it. I'll give you a look at it. Good looking card. Good looking card. I want to pull something super short print or something like that tonight. All right, Yanni Lavelle, S. Smith Pineda. Lavelle for the Giants and Brian Pence. Pineda for the Reds and Bernard Newton Jr. Looky, number 2, Jack Caglione. Kansas City Royals, Todd Kramer on the mojo. Braden Montgomery for the White Sox and Dalton Thompson. And then Freddie Freeman for the L.A. Dodgers and Ryan Dills. Couple Cags coming out. VIP coming, I think. Thomas White for the Miami Marlins and Bernard Newton Jr. Engleth Urena for the New York Yankees. Joe Hensel. Quinn Matthews for the Cardinals and Peter Muldowney. And then Leo DeVries on the VIP for the Padres. And Josh Bates, Aaron Estrada. First chrome right there for the Baltimore Orioles. What's up, Todd Kramer? Good to see you, bro. See some color, I think. Ooh. Hagen Smith, White Sox. That's Dalton. Max Clark. I think I know who this is going to be. Max Clark for the Tigers and John Rehan. Shortstop rookie. Let's go. Brooks Lee to 275, 198. 275 for the Minnesota Twins and John Rehan. Let's go. Drew Romo, Rookie of the Year favorites for the Rockies and Rick Sylvia and a Travis Bazzana. Cleveland Guardians. He was the number 1 pick in last year's draft. His first Bowman's were in the Bowman draft version. Brooks Lee. He's out. What was I going to say? He was out. He's out right now. A little injury. Out for a while. So, pump the brakes on his entry to the league. Kyle DeBarge. So the Guardians was John Rehan, though, on that Bazana. Kyle DeBarge for the Minnesota Twins, John Rehan. George Klassen for the L.A. Angels and Ryan Burge. How about a Luis Pena? Milwaukee Brewers, Matt Dixon. Rhett Lauder for the Reds and Bernard Newton Jr. And then a P.J. Morlando. He's a good young prospect for those Miami Marlins. Best one they've had in quite a while. Khalil Watson was supposed to be the truth. He hasn't really panned out like that. Marlins is Bernard Newton Jr. All right, Yonick Ugarte for the Kansas City Royals and Todd Kramer. Kadeem Diao for the Minnesota Twins and John Rehan. Christian Moore for the L.A. Angels and Ryan Burge. Hey, there he is once again, Christian Moore on the VIP. Angels, Ryan Burge, and Edglin Perez for the New York Yankees. All right, let's bust some more boxes. Empty. Empty style. Empty. Last one, then we'll open some packs, save the final 4 for the next round. Empty box. So, Todd Kramer, what you think about your boy Jack Haggs getting called up? You excited or what? So, I think he went like 0 for... I don't know what he did today. They're playing a doubleheader. They didn't play yesterday. Got rained out. I saw the Pasquatch, Vinny Pasquantino, went like 4 for 5 or something in the first game. Anyway, he was like, I think he was 0 for 4, 0 for 5, Cags was in his debut, but from my understanding, he hit the ball hard, just right at people. I don't know what he's done today. I'm sure as a Royals fan, you're excited, though. All right, let's dig in. A double with an RBI, nice. Hard, so he was hitting the ball hard. Shota Imanaga on top there. Emilian Petre for the Tampa Bay Rays. And Caden Kendall for the Minnesota Twins. There's a Dylan Cruz rookie. Ha-Young Chun-On, my second favorite name. Cole Fontenelle for the Angels. And Ha-Young Chun-On for the Kansas City Royals. Sugano and Ben Rice, Mookie Betts, Shohei Ohtani, all popping up through there. Is that Jackson Jobe? Okay. Jonathan Long for the Cubs and Quinn Matthews for the Cardinals. Paul Skeens and Brooks Lee. I just feel like they could have got him a better. They could have done him a little better photo. Esteban Gonzalez for the Guardians and Luke Sennard for the Atlanta Braves. James Wood, rookie right there for the Nats. Teen Kentz and Franklin Arias. Will Simpson for the A's. Didier Fuentes for the Braves. Jack Haggs. Let's get it. Ricardo Yan for the Arizona Diamondbacks. Rafael Flores for the New York Yankees. Gary Gilhill. Zaire Hope, LA Dodgers, and Andrew Painter for the Phillies. Hiroki Sasaki, there was the password too. Yo Stinkson Garcia. Kellen Lindsey for the Dodgers, and Zach Showalter for the Cardinals. Jacob Wilson, a rookie, sitting on top right there. Kevin McGonigal, first Bowman for the Tigers, and John Rehan. Yancel Luis. Got Gary Gilhill for the Tampa Bay Rays, third favorite name. Slade Caldwell for the D-backs. I don't know, Gary Gilhill competes with them all. That's a good one. Bishop Letson for the Brewers and Christian Campbell for the Boston Red Sox. Sean Keys for the Toronto Blue Jays. Luis Morejo for the Cleveland Guardians. This is Kevin Castillo for the LA Angels. Esteban Mejia for the Texas Rangers. Jesus Mare. What's up, Matt Dixon, with another one. Bo Walker for the Diamondbacks. Jesus Toledo for the Dodgers. Adley Rutschman. There's a Luis Angel Acuna. Adiel Amador. There's another Kevin McGonigal for the Tigers and John Rehan. Boston Red Sox. D'Angelo Ortiz. Cole Fontenelle for the Angels and Ha-Young Chun-On for the Kansas City Royals. It's going to be Hayden Alvarez for the Angels and Giancarlos Lara for the Braves. All cards will ship. If for some reason you don't want your base cards, just let me know. We'll donate them to Dream Team Adaptive Sports Camps in Johnson City. Kids with special needs, they appreciate them. We make some Roper's Rips packs for them. Send them their way with any cards, base cards that get donated. Otherwise, they're coming to you, and they're coming to you fast. I got the vastest shipping outside of Santa Claus. All right, Mojo Packs coming at you. Yeah, for sure. It looks like he's already got Vinny P's bats rolling. Of course, Vinny P was hitting Started hitting a little bit before that. Vinny P's got to get the power back, the power stroke. We got some pink right there. Spencer Schwellenbach for the Atlanta Braves and Bernard Newton Jr. How about Corey Seager for the Rangers and Dalton Thompson? Kyle DeBarge for the Twins and John Rehan. George Klassen for the Angels and Ryan Burge. And a little pink action, third baseman for those Cleveland Guardians. He's a hometown favorite, John Rehan with the Jose Ramirez. That's numbered as 37 of 199 right there for John. Luis Pena. Brewers. Matt Dixon. Yonek Ugarte. Yonek Ugarte for the Kansas City Royals. Todd Kramer. It's the first time I've ever pulled one of these. It's got to be a big-time hit right here. Mega Futures. Detroit Tigers, John Rehan. Let's go, brother. I wouldn't call it a case hit because I didn't pull any of these in the first one. But that's got to be a big one, man. It's got to be a special short print insert right there. And it's Kevin McGonigal, too. Let's go. Nice one, John Rehan. Bet that's worth some dough right there. Very nice, my friend. It's a dude who's really came up. Thomas Segisi, Rookie of the Year favorites for the Cardinals. That's Peter Muldowney and Corbin Carroll. Corbo for those Diamondbacks and Matt Dixon. Hey, John, what's up, bro? That's just a little paper. I don't know why that's in there. Marking their big hit. Lucas Ramirez for the Angels, sending me those breaker boxes. Ryan Burge. Julio Rodriguez for the Mariners. That cracks me up. People say that shit. Dodgers, Ryan Dills with the Mookie Betts, L.A. Dodgers. Jackson Jobe for the Detroit Tigers and John Rehan. Wyatt Langford for the Texas Rangers. I don't even correct him. I'm like, yeah, I get all the loaded breaker boxes. Come break with us. Oh. All right. We're going to have Max Clark on front. Detroit Tigers, John Rehan. Jackson Merrill for the San Diego Padres and Josh Bates. There he is. Showtime. Shohei Ohtani, Dodgers, Ryan Dills. Sebastian Walcott on the VIP for the Rangers and Dalton Thompson. Hey, Charlie Condon. Number 3 pick in last year's draft. He was 3, and I think Kevin McGonigal was like 7 or something like that. Yeah, I don't know if there's necessarily a case hit. We didn't get any. We didn't get any of those in the last one, Bernard. We got a gold, but I wouldn't consider that a case hit. So this is for the Rockies, Rick Sylvia. There was like a little. See Rick like on the border right here. There's like this little shaving from where it was cut. I don't even know that there is a case hit, so to speak, in the Megas. Charlie Condon. It's not something that's advertised on there, you know what I mean? Like one of these per case or whatever. They don't even really advertise case hits like that anymore at all. Okay, we got some more color right here. Oh. Am I got anything else? A little orange right here. All right. Freddie Freeman for the Dodgers. Ryan Dills. Eduardo Quintero for the L.A. Angels. And Ryan Burge. How about a Naibel Mariano? Oh, orange and an auto. Come on now. Talk to me. Naibel Mariano for the Reds. The big red machine is Bernard Newton Jr. Here's Hagen Smith. Autograph for the White Sox and Dalton Thompson. What's it going to be right here on the orange? Oh, Peter Muldowney with the J. Weatherholt 13 of 25. Orange Mojo Refractor. Let's go, Peter. Boom. That's a big one right there, my friend. Let's get it. That's worth some dough right there, my friend. Come on now. Come on now. He gets his own stand. Woo! Bang! Peter, let's go. Is he in here? Let's find out. Boom, baby. Orange JJ, come on now. And it had the Hagen Smith auto right in front of it. And the Kevin McGonigal Mega, what is that, Futures? Woo! It's been a good case, baby. Yanni Lavelle for the San Francisco Giants. Brian Pence. S. Smith Pineda for the Cincinnati Reds. And Bernard Newton Jr. Jack Kaggs. Kansas City Royals. Todd Kramer. How about a Kumar Rocker for the Texas Rangers and Dalton Thompson? And a Wyatt Langford for the Texas Rangers. Yeah, that JJ's going to be worth a few bucks, isn't it, John? Peter's got a good track record here, pulling some big ones. That's his biggest one in a while, though. Was he number 7 in the draft overall? Was I right about that? Yep, number 7 overall. JJ! Oh, is he really? Let's go. Jack Kaggs up to bat. Let me know what happens. All right, we got another number. It's a Rookie of the Year favorites, too. Hi, Young Chon-Un. Kansas City Royals for Todd Kramer. Winston Santos for the Texas Rangers. And Dalton Thompson. Hi, Sung Kim for the Dodgers. And Ryan Dills. Jeremy Cabrera for the Texas Rangers. And Dalton Thompson. And our Rookie of the Year favorites, it's going to be Nick York, Pittsburgh Pirates, John Reham, with another one, 17 of 250. Let's go, John. Let's go, John. All right, last one. Before we get into our final 4, last one of this 4-piece anyway. Drew Thorpe here for the Chicago White Sox. Dalton Thompson. Another Dylan Cruz. Hey, Wayne's eating them up. Dylan Cruz right there. He's got 3 of those, I think, at least. Wayne Brimley, Washington Nationals. Corey Seager for the Rangers. And Dalton Thompson. How about a Kevin Alcantara for the Cubs and Benjamin Moffitt? And then a P.J. Morlando for the Miami Marlins. Let's go. That was a good sequence right there. He struck out. Well, he didn't know we pulled him. That's why. Somebody should have told him, like, hey, Roper just pulled a Mojo Refractor with you, bud. He just need called down from the bullpen phone. Yes, sir. I wonder how much that Weatherholt's running. I know it's a good one. I just don't know. I don't know how good. I mean, I'm thinking, I don't know. It's with time. I mean, it could be a really high 4-figure card, but I don't know if it is yet. He is pretty sought after, I will say that. All right, let's back these cards up here. Give ourselves a little room. We needed to pull his autograph to get the homer. How many of y'all come from superstitious sports families? Like, my dad always make us either sit in the same seat if Carolina's playing good, or move to change seats if they're playing bad. Like musical chairs, depending on how they're playing. All right, you were sitting right over there. Don't move. Standing up so I don't knock everything over. Empty box. Shaking the room though, huh? Might have to clip that one on the weather hole. Clip it! I have to do my own clips, unfortunately. Need one of y'all to get nice with the tack and start clipping it. All right, let's open these bad boys up. Let's get a nice run here on these last 4. Got more cards under these on top, too. I feel like I should pull this auto out. Peter Muldowney must not be in here. He's going to be a happy man once he sees what happened. See orange and I like it, and then I turn over J.J. Weatherholt. It's not some super short checklist either. Could have been anybody that we pulled tonight. But no, it's J.J. An orange sold for $127? I don't know. No way. An orange Mojo refractor sold for $127 of J.J. Weatherholt. Orange? Something got to be wrong with that sell is all I got to say. I'd buy every one I could get for $127. Give them all to me for that price. I'm going to go look on eBay tonight. Jackson Churio on top. He's the number 7 pick in the draft. I'm going to have to fact check you, Bernard, after the break. I believe you, but Shung Jae Chang for Pittsburgh Pirates. Leo DeVries for the Padres. Lazaro Montez for the Seattle Mariners. Gregory Barrios for the Tampa Bay Rays. All right, we got a red right here for you, Bernard. Hurston Waldrop, Atlanta Braves. Let's go, Bernard. Max Clark for the Detroit Tigers. John Rehan. Jacob Wright for the Dodgers. Chase Hampton for the New York Yankees. Orange Mojo refractor. Chase Hampton for the Yankees. O'Neal Perez for the San Francisco Giants. Damn. That's surprising to me. Very surprising. S. Smith Pineda for the Cincinnati Reds and Bernard Newton Jr. It's looking, we'll have to take a look at it and see if it's good enough to be graded. It to Owen Lau for Tampa Bay. Peter likes to get some of those graded, which would add a lot of value to it. If it's going for that, I'm holding until he makes it to the majors. Victor Rodriguez for the Dodgers and Ryan Dills, Team Kent's for the Cardinals. Because that card has a lot of upside. Cobb Hightower for the San Diego Padres. Josh Bates, Cole Emerson for the Mariners. Yeah, that's why I feel like something's off with that one. Will Smith for the Dodgers. Kyle Till for the White Sox and Jack Lyons for the Rays. Aaron Judge. Conrad Kaysen for the Boston Red Sox. There he is, J.J. Weatherholt. The Cardinals, what's he saying? Especially, doesn't have a big presence on eBay, yeah. Matt Chapman. It matters. Promotions, things like that. Pablo Guerrero. I wonder what his orange base goes for. Texas Rangers. Josh Knopf for the Milwaukee Brewers. Just seems out of place. Anderson Brito for the Houston Astros and Chen Wei Lin for the St. Louis Cardinals. Ellie and Jace Young. Aaron Estrada for the Baltimore Orioles. Jorge Humberto Cruz for the Padres. Who's got those pods? Josh Bates got them tonight. Alejandro Rosario for the Texas Rangers. Cam Smith for the Houston Astros. Jack Benning for the Detroit Tigers. Hoyeon Suk Jang for the LA Dodgers. Manny Machado. We got Braden Montgomery here for the Chicago White Sox. Last little stack. Mojo wasn't in the listing. Blake Walters, Kansas City Royals. Jace Young. Nate Nankel for the A's. Jackson Humphreys for the Guardians. Yeah, I just don't believe. I mean, I believe you that that's what it went for. I just don't believe that it's only worth that much. Like, I would have bought that card if I knew it was going for that low. Peter, I'll buy it from you for one. Peter, you better, let's look at it. I think the centering's pretty dang good on that bad boy. With just eyeing it, don't y'all? That's pretty crucial centering. Let's look at the back. Looks pretty good centering-wise. I didn't really examine the surface. I didn't want to kind of handle it too much, but I think this is a grading candidate. And Peter probably will get it graded if it looks good on the surface and all that. I just knocked this over. I'm good at that. Get it lined up again. Yeah, I mean, my advice would be, first of all, check it a little more closely. I'm not going to pull it out of the case or anything. I'll let you do that, Pete. And if it looks like it's a gem, I'd get that one graded, and I'd hang on to it until the call-up. Call-up can be sometimes the most a player is ever worth. Now, if he goes on to do big things in the playoffs, he does big things in the franchise with records or whatever, or if he, becomes an all-star and MVP, those are all milestones that the card can go up. And then, of course, after that, Hall of Fame, So the call-up can, like I said, a lot of guys never make it to that next level, and the call-up can be as much as it's ever worth. Cobb Hightower for the Padres. Yeah, I think the centering is good on it. I always look at the centering first because that can be a big throw-off because, I'm not going to pull your cards out. And so Cobb Hightower for the Padres and Josh Bates. I'm not going to pull your cards out, and pulling it in and out of a case will only damage it, Luis Angel Acuna for the New York Mets and Donald Coons Jr. Caden Dana for the LA Angels and Ryan Burge. Kevin Alcantara, Rookie of the Year favorites for the Cubs and Benjamin Moffitt. And Mikey T, Mike Trout. There's LA Angels, Ryan Burge. See if we got any more mojo in these mojo packs. Hey, here's another one right here. Jesus Mare. Another one for Matt Dixon. Let's go. Got quite a few of those. Sean Chain for the Pittsburgh Pirates. Victor Rodriguez for the LA Dodgers. Pirates, John Rion. Dodgers, Ryan Dills. Winston Santos for the Texas Rangers. And Dalton Thompson. And here's a James Wood. Rookie card. Those Washington Nationals. Wayne Brimley has them tonight. He's ineligible for Rookie of the Year. He played a little too much last year. Lost his rookie eligibility. James Wood I'm speaking about. The rookie card. Here's another JJ. JJ's out here, boy. JJ Weatherholt, Mojo Refractor. Trey Turner for the Phillies. So JJ is Peter Muldowney. Phillies, Trey Turner is Chris Wilkerson. Francisco Lindor for the New York Mets. Donald Coons Jr. Nick York, Rookie of the Year favorites for the Pirates. And a Hyun Suk Jang for the Dodgers and Ryan Dills. Bobby Witt Jr., Kansas City Royals. Todd Kramer. J-Ram, Jose Ramirez for the Cleveland Guardians and John Rehan. How about a Rhett Lauder for the Cincinnati Reds and Bernard Newton Jr.? Mr. Boom, shakalaka, boom. Minnesota Twins, Brooks Lee going to John Rehan, and Walker Janik for the Houston Astros, Billy Stomp. Braden Montgomery for the Chicago White Sox, Dalton Thompson. Lucas Ramirez for the LA Angels, and Ryan Burge. J-Rod, Julio Rodriguez for the Seattle Mariners, and Bernard Newton Jr. About a Mookie Betts for the LA Dodgers. That's going to be Ryan Dills. And here's the Kevin McGonigal, another Mojo refractor for him, for John Rehan. Get the JJ and the McGonigal top loaded up here. All right, Tyreek Scuba for the Detroit Tigers, and John Rehan. And John knew to get those Tigers. They got a ton of hits and players in this, don't they? Connor Norby for the Miami Marlins and Bernard Newton Jr. How about a Kobe Mayo for the Baltimore Orioles? That's Jorge Ortiz Hill. Caden Dana for the LA Angels is Ryan Burge, and an Ashley Andujar for the Colorado Rockies, and Rick Sylvia won them in that duck race. Last two packs. Come on now. We got any more magic in the hat? Trey Turner for the Philadelphia Phillies. Chris Wilkerson. Francisco Lindor for the New York Mets, and Donald Coons Jr. Bobby Hobby Witt Jr. for the Kansas City Royals, and his newest teammate, Mr. Jack Caglione on the VIP. There we go. I've been wanting to pull one of those. Cags on the VIP, Jackson Jobe for the Detroit Tigers, and John Rehan. Royals is Todd Kramer. In case y'all haven't already heard, tomorrow, football fans, Panini Contenders first off the line version coming at you. 2 hobby boxes here. It's 5 autographs per box on average, and also first off the line exclusive autograph and parallel number to 49 or less. And right now in our eBay store, still about 10, 12 teams left. Totally certified auctions going off. That rips tomorrow night at 9 p.m. Go get a team if you haven't already. Some good ones coming up, including Jaden Daniels and those Washington Commanders. Jose Ramirez for the Cleveland Guardians. Rhett Lauder for the Cincinnati Reds. Guardians, John Rehan. Reds, Bernard Newton Jr. We got Brooks Lee here for the Minnesota Twins. That's Nick York for the Pittsburgh Pirates. Twins, John Rehan. Pirates, John Rehan. John Repeat. Because we calling your name out all night, haven't we, John? Hurston Waldrop for the Atlanta Braves. I'm going to have a big old stack to send to you, John. All right. That's that for the break. Hang tight, and we'll go get a little recap here of some of our more premium hits. These are chrome and paper base versions. J.J. Weatherholt for the Cardinals. Kevin McGonigal for the Detroit Tigers. Jesus Mate for the Milwaukee Brewers. Charlie Condon for the Colorado Rockies. Jesus Mate for the Milwaukee Brewers. J.J. Weatherholt for the Cardinals. Kevin McGonigal for the Tigers. And Jesus Mate for the Milwaukee Brewers. Some mojo action. Jack Caglione on the VIP for the Kansas City Royals. Kevin McGonigal for the Detroit Tigers. J.J. Weatherholt, Cardinals. James Wood for the Nationals. Jesus Mate for the Brewers. How about a red logo here for Hurston Waldrop from the Braves. Dylan Cruz from the Nationals. Jack Caglione, Royals. Charlie Condon from the Rockies. Jack Caglione, Royals once again. Here's our Roki Sasaki for the Dodgers on the Rookie of the Year favorites die cut. Jack Caglione for the Kansas City Royals. Got a little debris in there. Y'all know I don't play that. We don't play that. Get out of there. Get out of my case. Jack Caglione for the Royals. That's Brooks Lee. Red logo rookie for the Twins. J.J. Weatherholt for the Cardinals. Jesus Mate for the Brewers. Kobe Mayo for the Orioles on the red logo. And another red logo here for Ariel Amador for the Colorado Rockies. Roki Sasaki for the Dodgers. Jesus Mate for the Brewers. Dylan Cruz for the Nationals. Dylan Cruz for the Nationals. And a J.J. Weatherholt on the VIP. St. Louis Cardinals. Good night for J.J. All right, over here on this side, how about an autograph from Hagen Smith for those Chicago White Sox? This is Jose Ramirez. These are all kind of mojo numbered hits right here. Jose Ramirez for the Guardians. We got Brooks Lee here for the Minnesota Twins. Freddie Freeman for the LA Dodgers. Ronald Acuna Jr. For the Atlanta Braves there. Some nice ones on this side. How about a Mega Futures for Kevin McGonigal? That's a nice hit. Very nice. Matt Shaw on the VIP team color match for those Cubbies. Got some debris in there. Debris alert. When you open up the case, it goes everywhere. And these top loaders, I'm just going to throw that away. These top loaders pick up everything. There we go. That's looking a lot more clean right there. Matt Shaw. How about an autograph for Eduardo Tait for the Philadelphia Phillies? That's Nick York on the die cut Rookie of the Year favorites for the Pirates right behind him. And last but not least, how about a J.J. Weatherholt Orange Mojo Refractor of 25. All right, everybody. That's that for tonight's break. I do appreciate you joining. Back tomorrow with some football coming up. We got all kinds of good baseball. We got Top Series 2 releasing next week. Wednesday's release day. We'll have some pick your team breaks out on Tuesday. We'll do half case of jumbo with the option to roll over to number 2. We might even drop 2 at the same time. So if your team gets taken in 1, you can get them in 2. But, of course, you'll have rollover option for the full case. We'll always give you that. Except I like doing it that way because it gives you the option to get the full case. Plus, you can also, if you wanted a little cheaper option, you can just take the half case of the jumbo. We've got 2024 Topps Inception Baseball. It'll be good going back to that awesome rookie class from last year. Got a couple cases of that coming in. That's the following week, I believe. I did get a little bit of Sapphire baseball. Probably do some random division breaks of Ix. They had like 1 limits on the on the draw. So we got that coming up. I'm just trying to think off the top of my head. We got so many good releases coming up. I can't remember them all. So that's at least 3 I've given you right there to look forward to. And I know we got more than that on the way too. All right, everybody. If you need anything, don't hesitate to give me a shout. Justin Roper right here on Facebook. If I don't get back to you immediately, I'll definitely get back to you as soon as I possibly can. Other than that, I hope everybody has a great night. For now, peace out from the East Coast. Y'all have a good one.